Hi everyone, and this is Ariel Biscayart. I'd like to share with you an experiment I just did thanks to my AI thinking class with Professor George Gabb at Miami-Dade College. And the results are very interesting, the process as well. So the goal was to experiment and explore and compare 3 generative AI chatbots: ChatGPT, Gemini, which was usually before Bard from Google, and 3, Claude. And the idea is to create and process 4 types of queries or prompts and see what the results are and compare the different chatbots and their results. So the first query was to ask an open-ended question to see how each chatbot is able to respond and provide information. The second, generate creative text formats, giving, for example, the idea of asking for a poem. 3, translate languages. So I chose English to Italian. 4, test the knowledge of each chatbot on a specific topic. Could be history, science, or current events. So here we go. So my open-ended question was, when do you expect US interest rates to decrease, and by how much? All my questions are related to real estate. So the responses from each chatbot were very interesting, and except that for Gemini from Google, which used to be called Bard, the answer was much more nuanced, subtle, and was really involving predictions, which is not the case for the other chatbots. And what was very good also is that Gemini includes sources. For example, it said, the Federal Reserve officials themselves project 3 rate cuts this year, though some individual members are leaning towards 2 or fewer. Source, AP News, March 2024. So we also have the date, and the sources are very recent since we're in April right now. And then another one, many experts expect these cuts to happen in the second half of 2024, with some suggesting June as a possibility. Article from CNET, March 2024. And that's very interesting, because when I use and I ask the same question to ChatGPT, I had a more generic answer, and it obviously suggested me to analyze the speeches and decisions, public decisions of the US Federal Reserve officials, as well as follow up with the macro and microeconomic trends in order to define how the interest rates in the US will evolve. And obviously ChatGPT had a challenge making predictions. And when it comes to Claude, it was absolutely impossible. So this obviously is not a chatbot to use when you want to have predictions, because it's been fed with data, at least for now, that goes until August 2023. Then my second question was about generating a specific type of text format, and this was creating a poem. And this, I want to read you the 3 answers because it's really amazing and super creative. All of them provided a different answer with a different style, and all these 3 poems, I asked for 5-line poem about real estate, and each one of them was obviously 5-line long. So my question was, write a 5-line poem about the fascinating and ever-changing world of real estate. So Gemini provided the poem I prefer, and you choose whichever you pick and whichever you like the best. So the poem from Gemini: brick and mortar, dreams take flight. Markets rise, then take a dip. Old houses whisper stories bright. New steel gleams from fingertip. A shifting landscape, fortunes flip. Nice, right? I love it. Sharp, poetic, yet a lot of short words, which kind of creates like helps create like a melody, right? Then from ChatGPT, their poem: in real estate's dance, buildings rise and fall. Markets shift, answering the buyer's call. From urban sprawls to countryside retreats, each property whispers tales, secrets discreet. In this ever-changing world, fortunes meet. Amazing, right? I really like this one too. Incredible how the creativity from each generative AI tool is offering complete different versions from the same query. And then from Claude, it's nice too. Properties rise and fall in worth as markets ebb and flow on earth. Homes transform with every sale. Buyers dream, sellers unveil. Real estate's dance, a captivating tale. Isn't that nice? And so all of them use rhymes. And just like the last two chatbots were using rise and fall as well. I really love that experiment. It was so eye-opening. Then the third question was translate something into another language. And I chose translate from English to Italian. I happen to speak Italian, so I could check the accuracy of the translations. But if you don't speak another language, these tools are absolutely fantastic. So translate into Italian this sentence: I love working with clients in various languages and nurture a trustful and loyal relationship with them, while striving to provide the best possible results using tech, AI, and marketing tools. So the response from Gemini was very good. Actually, the best one, I would say. The one from ChatGPT 2 and the one from Claude had maybe a little more like slight inaccuracies. What happens is overall all the translations were very similar. However, a few like 2 to 3 words were not really the best translation because they were literally translated from English to Italian, not taking into account the context of the situation in the sentence. And sometimes the same word will have a slightly different meaning in another language. So the fourth question, which was about knowledge and historical information. My question was, when was the Realtor Code of Ethics created in the United States and what was its purpose? And obviously, all the responses were really accurate and very interesting because we're dealing with the Code of Ethics established in 1913 by the National Association of Realtors to really protect the interest of the clients, buyers and sellers, tenants and landlords against any potential ethical issues from the real estate industry and realtors. And the best response was from Claude because it showed number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and with very clear and different ideas, whereas the other responses were more like a paragraph. My insights and conclusion would be that this was amazing. I highly recommend using each tool for maybe different purposes, sometimes using 2 chatbots to compare the answers and make a more complete result. However, sometimes you need human intervention, especially for translations when words are not very well translated. That was very interesting exploration. I loved it. And I would say that this comparison didn't include Copilot from Microsoft nor Perplexity, but I really highly recommend you do that exercise. That showed me how in many cases the responses do complete each other and have a little bit of a different style. Depending on the goal, depending on your query, you might want to use one versus the other a little bit more often. Thank you. Bye.